Hey, cheeky. Come on. Right, so welcome back again. It's the morning time and we're going to get these guys out for a fly. So basically our aim for today is to get all these birds out, and we're going to try and get them up for an hour. They are a little bit lagging in that aspect that they won't stay up for an hour. They're quite happy to land, so hopefully our early morning flight might help them get into that routine of staying out for an hour. Their fitness is definitely coming up a bit, which is good, and you can see most like this little hen here and then her brother up the back, the dark checker. They're the youngest. They were molting and they seem to be coming on the other side of that now, so hopefully those two will stay up with the flock, because previously they sort of bring the flock down because they want to come back into the loft. So we're going to push them pretty hard today, and when they want to try and land, I'm going to try and keep them up a bit longer. Had a bit of a play with it yesterday. It seems to work, just not letting them come back and land, and they tend to fly around for a bit longer. So that's something we're going to try in a minute. But everyone's pecking me. There's nothing here for you to eat. That's cheeky. And neither that's Rocket. I think it's Rocket. So we'll get these birds up and we'll have a bit of a look. Also, while we're at it, hopefully next week we've got a new pair coming. I'm going to keep it a bit of a surprise. We are flying them in from the east coast, so that's probably a 4,000 kilometre aeroplane trip. So we're going to hopefully get a pair, lock that in, fly them over, and then we have another pair to start breeding with, which is a very special pair. I think most of you are going to be quite happy with these birds. A little bit different colour than what we've got here. So that's definitely something that should be happening next week. We've just got to iron out a few details, and we've also got, if you didn't see my video, we've got this Sky Leader GPS tracking sort of system for our birds, and we're going to start working on this as well. I'm going to use this as we train all these young birds. We'll pick probably a few of them, and those are the ones that are going to stick with the rings for now, and then as they get a bit more confident and comfortable out to 100 kilometers, then we'll start checking all the birds, and we're going to do that more individually when they're confident, because we don't want to lose birds and we don't want to lose rings. So let's get on to getting these birds out, because there's a lot to look forward to over the next few months, even weeks. So make sure you hit subscribe now, drop some comments below, and let's get these birds in the air. Alright, let's go for a fly. Let's go. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Let's go, come on. There's one more. You can do this. Actually, there's two more. Come on, let's do this. See if we can shoot them out. They're getting an idea, slowly. Let's go. get off this roof habit. Let's go, come on. Come on, get out of here. This is what I was talking about. It's always one. Come on. Get back up there. Come on. Come on. Pains. That's what I'm talking about. There's a few that bring them all down, and that needs a change. And just stop being lazy, start doing a bit more work. So that's good. Got to try and keep scaring them back up because they've been up for like another 5 minutes now. So if I can keep doing that, we might get them up to that magic 1 hour flying. But still a little way to go yet, I think. There's a couple in there that are a little bit lazy, but you can see once you get them back up, they're fine. They're going to be pretty tired when they come down though. There's a few that are starting to lack a bit, but these aren't coming down yet. These really need to get up to an hour. That's what we need, an hour every day. There's a few that'll come down in 5 minutes, which that's not acceptable. And while they're thinking about it, stay up there. Nope, nope, nope. There is a solid bunch that are working pretty hard, which is good to see, and that's definitely keeping the rest of them up. But here they come. They're thinking about coming in. Just got to keep them up a bit longer. Now, we got to about the 13-minute mark and they are actually starting to roam. I've seen them quite a fair way out in the distance, and this is good. This is what we want, because they've been getting too close to home. So I'm going to try and keep them up in the air for another 15-20 minutes and see how they go. Come on. Come on. Right, you guys are exhausted. That's the biggest fly that you've ever have done. I've been pushing them quite hard. I couldn't push them any further. So they're about to fall out of the sky, the poor fellas. But you can see they're all coming in for a drink. So pretty much 40 minutes, that's the biggest fly that they've done so far. But super impressed with them, because I didn't even have to call some of them in. They were just straight in there. You could see that they were already in here by the time I got out. They were quick. I'm doing quite well. Not as much panting as I would have thought. All the birds are pretty thirsty though, which is to be expected. But yeah, super impressed. They've done so well. In that last 10 minutes they were starting to roam, but I think 40 minutes is probably their max at the moment. I'll get them out again later on today and see if we can get them up for a bit longer, or even the same amount, because I'm going to do a short toss tomorrow. So let's give you guys a little bit of a feed. Come on. And I'll get you some cold water. And then basically, once I've had this feed, they can go back up on their perches, rest for a few hours, because we'll get them back up for another fly. And I'm going to pick out 5 of these guys and put on the Sky Leader training rings, and then those guys can start getting used to them, because I'm going to have some fun with those rings. So jump back in this afternoon and we'll have another video, but with a bit more fun stuff, these rings, and hopefully the birds have had a rest. After every fly, I like to make sure that I refill this up, just so when they have finished their feed they can have just a fresh clean drink of water, which is nice and cold for them. But yeah, they look pretty good. I thought they'd be a lot more exhausted, but we'll see how you guys are later. Hey, you got plenty of food in those crops? Yep, that's good. We'll pick this back up later, alright? Rest. Yeah. You can see this, the white hen, she's getting quite distressed. She's running back and forth along the front here looking for something, and generally it's usually food. You can see there's plenty of pellets in there. I don't think she's too keen on the pellets, but you'll see, I think when we put in some bit of fresh seed in here, she might just go through and pick out what she wants, which I know a lot of people say, you know, just leave it in there and they'll eventually eat it. It doesn't always work that well. For some reason my birds are quite picky, and I'd rather them feed. So maybe later on I might go buy some more of these, a bag of these, just because I do like them. What are you picking out of there? You are going for all those safflower, the little oily seeds, that's what you like. So I might have to increase my percentage of them, because they do like them. Stop making a mess. I'm going to have to get one of these back out for you. And while I'm here, I need to take these shells out. One's quite funny. He's chipped around the top, and he's also chipped around there. He's doing extra work for himself, that one. Where's the other eggshell gone? Let's have a little sneak peek while we're here. Look at these little guys. Come along quite well. There's a little bit of variation at the moment. But it's going to be interesting what these are. There's a lot of colours. In his side there's blues, there's blue bars, red checkers, mealy bars. What else have we got in your side? Your mother's mother was a grizzle, and I think your mother's father was black. So it'd be interesting to see. You are a very good father. You're very gentle, aren't you? You're just a beautiful bird, aren't you? Hey? Good job. And then your parents are both pure white, so it'd be interesting to see what comes out of you. Let's get these guys back up there. You got plenty of food in your crop, which is good. That's what we didn't check. It's important to see if these little chicks have been fed, and you can see their little crops are full. Just because these are new parents, this is their first time, so he's got full crop as well. So it's important to make sure that they are being fed in those first day or two, because if they're not, then your chicks will die quite quickly. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.